are celebrated, you've raised their profile with many folks on council and on that original committee. You never lose hope, you never miss an opportunity to plug this city, and I want you to know it works. It's infectious, and I'm just so proud of the ideas that you've brought forward and keep them coming, because many of them are in fact implemented. And that's what we have to do as a community. We're all responsible for building civic pride, and let me tell you something. You know, Daryl and I travel, and I will never forget sitting on a bus in Bermuda and talking to a fellow who was angry that we were getting UOIT because it was taking money away from his university abroad. I can't tell you how proud I was this summer of sitting and having dinner in Turkey, and they're going on about UOIT because that's the choice, the university choice for students now, foreign students coming. Why? Because Oshawa is a community that accepts and welcome students. That is the feeling of pride they have. So it's getting out there, and we just got to keep spreading the message, and we've got to work together as a community. And I can never give only credit to the mayor for playing Oshawa. He's done a good job, and I was proud of him when he stood up when the job losses were announced to GM. And it takes guts to face that level of media. Thank you.
I see community pride every day. I'm looking at faces right now running for council because they're proud of this city and they want to see this city grow. I'm looking at this crowd right now who are proud of this city and they want to see the city grow. I've seen university students come from other countries and are proud of their university. The problem isn't the people. We're all proud of our town. It's the councillors who aren't promoting it properly. Like I said, we used to have the Christmas parade go through town. What did they do? They cut it off in front of City Hall. We used to have a New Year's party downtown. It got too expensive to them. They cut it off, they moved it from downtown. The pride stands in the core of the city. If you are not proud of your center of the city, then what else do you do? I remember that gorgeous belt used to hang on the four corners. The Christmas parades, everybody getting together. We can have that back downtown, but it takes people to get down there and shop. We need to hang signs again on the four corners to tell people what's happening in Oshawa. Did the pride of Oshawa go away? No, it's loud, it's proud, and it's here because of this election. But do I think these people who are running here for mayor don't have pride? Yes, they do. But together, we're going to scream it out to the world. We're open for business. We care about our community, and tomorrow is ours. Thank you.
Okay, what we're going to do now is we'll have those students.
There. There's young ladies sitting over there. She's white. We heard from everybody else but you. Can we hear from her, please? There's a young lady sitting there. Hold her hand up. We haven't heard from you yet. Right there. Young lady, you want to yell? Yeah.
As you, I am not concerned about careers and MBAs. More importantly, I am concerned about what are your core ideas and platform items that you have. To tell me better understand, please list 3 main platform ideas.
First, I want to build more skateboard parks in Oshawa for the youth. That'll give them places to go to and practice and have pride. We have to have a youth council, because with the youth council, and I think they should be voted in by each high school in collaboration with regular schools. Because if they sit on council and get to know what's happening, I think more will get involved. Youth is our future of this city. If we do not work with them to mentor them and grow with them, this city is a poor place. We have to bring more subjects to them, more things they can become involved in, because when the youth asks the question, we all up here should hear about it. Thank you for the question. Hopefully I've answered.
Thank you. I have an extensive platform, a very broad platform, and it could start with 3% tax cuts for residential homeowners. You know, we take in we take in about $115 million in residential taxes a year, and I'm going to cut that back by 3%. That's $3.5 million. Now, if you had $115 in your pocket, and I came along to you and said, give me $3.50, do you think you could live with the rest?
No.
I think you could. I think you could, I could, City Hall could, and that's the extent of the cuts I'm going to implement in Oshawa. You know, we bought the Cullen Guard for $250,000 out of petty cash. Louise Parks wanted to spend $2 million extra in a site to host these.
Three platform items were requested.
I want to attract jobs by lowering the industrial commercial rate, and I have a giant plan for a world-class waterfront.
And if you can't reduce the taxes, what's your accountability piece?
Well, don't get you started on that.
We have so much waste, we have so much fat, we have so much inefficiency, we have money anytime we need it, and that's what I'm going to cut out.
Can't cut it, you step down the mayor.
Thank you. I think it's very important that we do talk about the vision, and in a very broad brush way, it's about downtown revitalization continuing the good work that we've done so far. It's about the harbor finally being able to kickstart the development so we can institute some pride and some property value and make that waterfront what it should be, the highest valued property in Oshawa, not the lowest. That's the way it is in every other community, ladies and gentlemen. And it's about growing the university. That is our future, and we need to embrace it. I like to think that it's the single biggest thing to come to Oshawa since Colonel Sam brought General Motors to Oshawa. That's what the university represents for this community. And we can't turn roadblocks in the way. We have to be the enablers, and that's exactly what we've done. I know we get slammed on it, but that's got to be our highest priority, ladies and gentlemen.
One of my first priorities is the harbor. The cleanup that has been proposed is not a cleanup at all. As I told you, it's a cover-up. It's only going to be cleaned up to industrial standards, and that's going to limit us incredibly. The cover-up could end up being a financial liability for the city. When it comes to our hands, the province could end up making us clean it up. So the $29 million that it's going to cost to clean up the harbor, the savings supposedly of $25 million by not cleaning it up, is going to come back and bite us. That's a financial liability potential for the city, and I don't believe we should be accepting it. It also leaves an environmental legacy that I just can't understand. We have to be proactive. Second, we have to be proactive for the university. Right now, embracing the students means hiring extra guards to end up trying to charge them for stepping out onto the street with a beer, enticing them onto the street. We're telling kids that they can live in housing off campus, and then we're patrolling it to a standard that if any other person in the city was getting that kind of patrolling, they'd be absolutely outraged. To try and tell somebody they can't drink a beer in their front yard, if you told your neighbor that they couldn't stand there and have a beer with your neighbor, I think you'd be upset and we're telling that to the students. The third part is that we have to get the reputation of the city back by getting along with everybody, and that includes our council. We have to mentor the new councillors, and we have to make sure that everybody works together.
Okay, what would you now
I think what I'll do is I'll just answer your question. The first part is transparency. Everything that council does has to be transparent. The stuff that has been done behind closed doors that you will never know needs to be made public. That's the first part. Accountability, and I don't mean just financial accountability. That's part of it. But I mean actual accountability every day, not just at election time. And the third part is respect. City Hall is the people's meeting place. You own the building, it is yours. And inside that building, you should be respected all the time. And I hope that answers your question. And I'll see you later.
website, www.louiseparks.com, because I have a detailed plan. And there's 2 parts. First is restoring fair taxation. And that plan includes zero-based budgeting and multi-year planning, and the introduction of ISO process mapping through the corporation. The second part is raising public trust. And that is changes to the procedural bylaw that will enhance democracy for the councillors, as well as access for the public to council, as well as committee meetings. And it's better planning. When you look at what's happening in the province of Ontario, with $1 billion with the cancellation of the gas plant, another $1 billion lost over e-health, that's bad planning. We as a city, on a micro level, have to put more significant effort into planning so that we're not making mistakes along the way. And if you look at my document, Raising Public Trust, the whole thing will be up by Friday. I think that will give you a very detailed look. Secondly, we've got to build a tax base, and that's attracting new jobs. Working with the university for 5 to 7 years in the future as they commercialize the patents that they have already in clean energy production. And it's also the last 3 companies we can bring to Oshawa right away. Thank you.